Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And we got a great show for y'all today. Some people probably already crying in the comment section, but we're going to do it, man. We're going to do it. Some people are like, oh, man, why are you talking about this? Well, why are they slandering Kobe? Why all these people throwing smut on his name? All these people. All these people that have been throwing smut on Kobe Bryant's name. Everybody, it's fair game. They're just being honest. They're just giving you their opinion. Okay, I'm just giving you my opinion. Just being honest on things and how I see them. LeBron fans kill me, man. They monitor our channel like as if they work at a CCTV company. Always monitor our content bothers them so much, yet they watch every single day. I even have a stalker on the internet, bro. A real life stalker. This dude stalks me more than he stalks the women in his life, or like he stalks me. You can't block him, nothing. Anytime I produce a show, he's always watching, lurking, stalking me. Like, damn, bro, get off my back, man. So, y'all know what Jeff Teague said yesterday. And this comment set the internet into a blaze, right? Set the internet into a blaze because he said LeBron was on steroids. Yep, that's what he said. And then he later on had to say he was joking. And we're like, about what part? Him being on steroids? So everything you said was a lie. Jeff may respond, yes. Okay, why'd you say it? Why would you make a joke about somebody when you know the suspicions out there? Where countless people, media members, and others have said this, have questioned this. Why would you do that? Why would you even say, I remember I was there? Well, he didn't lie about that because that was a real thing. That was a real investigation. He didn't lie about that. Right? And you now look even worse because now it looks like they told you to change your opinion. It looks even worse. You would have been better off saying nothing. But for you to go back and try to walk it back, you look even worse. It looks like you capitulated. And now it says to me that you can never give your true opinion on anything because you can always be corrected. They can always smack your hand down and say, don't say that. Just like a bunch of media pawns, man. It's unreal, isn't it? It's unreal. So all of that was being said. And then it made me remember something. It took me back to a time on ESPN First Take when Max Kellerman used to be there. And it was a particular segment. This was going back to when LeBron was in Cleveland. This may have been 2017 or 18, one of those years. And they were talking about the wear and tear on LeBron's body and how LeBron was able to play at this level for so long. And it was beginning to raise suspicions about how he was doing this. And then Max Kellerman essentially tried to say that this thing that Jeff Teague was referring to, this very story, that there may have been some funny business involved. And after the investigation, they found out Randy Mims was the guy buying it. You know, LeBron's close friend. But LeBron, I don't understand. It's a quinky dinky. Have you seen Randy Mims? Does he look like he would take off? It's quinky dinky. Right? So as Max Kellerman is saying this, Stephen A. Smith tries to jump in and silence him and tries to say, oh, no, he was just on the paleo diet. It was nothing. It was a paleo diet. Before we even get into that sound, today's video is brought to you by sponsor, GameTime. One of the things I love the most is making unforgettable memories with family and friends. And one of the things I hate the most is overpaying for tickets only to find out that there was a better deal out there. That's one of the reasons I started using GameTime. GameTime is the easy go-to app for last-minute tickets to sports, concert, and theater events across 60-plus states in the US and Canada. GameTime saves me time, money, and stress by curating only the best deals, so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time scrolling through overpriced tickets. GameTime Picks is my favorite tool. It highlights the best value seats instantly. No more guesswork, no more wasting time. For example, I'm really looking forward to watching some of these NBA Summer League games. Here's what I like to do. I choose between the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with GameTime. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So what we want to do is, I want to play Max Kellerman alluding to this. about LeBron possibly being on PEDs. And we're going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to what Max had to say there.
Yes, he takes care of his body, obviously.
Better than anybody in the game. Better than anybody in the game.
On the other hand, in the history of the NBA, when you've played as many seasons as LeBron, let's not forget, straight out of high school, he's playing a full slate. They didn't take it easy on him in terms of the minutes like they did on Kobe. They gave him, he was carrying the load. The minute his foot hit the ground in the NBA, he was off and running. And this is a bunch of seasons. What is it, 14 now? I mean, it's like when you think of the older players, they were 36, 37 years old, 38 years old by the time they played the minutes that LeBron James has played. And those are rough minutes. Now, this season, I've been saying since the beginning, given that fact, I don't care how you take care of your body, or rather, one of the ways you take care of your body, the fact that LeBron James has taken very few games off this season, not like last season, 2 seasons ago, when he mysteriously in the offseason lost like 30 pounds of muscle mass and didn't look the same and didn't play the same.
Paleo diet. Paleo diet.
And then came back brolic and back to being LeBron James, Superman.
So you heard what Max Kellerman said. Now, do you want to know something even funnier than that? Later on that show, not that same day, but later on in that same show, they were talking about how LeBron is they were saying how everybody gets worse over time, but LeBron gets better. And then guess who jumps up and says, Stephen A. Smith. He said, it's really amazing, paraphrasing, how everybody gets worse over time, but LeBron gets better. It's really amazing. I'll leave it at that. They all know what's going on, allegedly. They all know what's going on, allegedly. The paleo diet? That's what you do to get a body like LeBron and that type of physique and that type of endurance on a paleo diet. There were even people going around saying, oh, well, LeBron spends $1 million on his body. This has been that story. He spends $1 million on his body every single year. $1 million. Then what happened? LeBron went on the Pat McAfee show and said, I don't know where this report came from that I was spending $1 million a year on my body. Then they asked him, so what's your secret to? He goes, sleep. Sleep? Sleep. That's tantamount to walking up to Mr. Olympia and asking him, hey, man, how did you get to, what do you have to do to get a physique like yours? Oh, I just do 100 push-ups every day at home and 100 sit-ups, and I drink a lot of water and eat my vegetables. That's how you do it. What are you, One Punch Man? Are you One Punch Man? Like, I'm confused. So this is Max Kellerman. Years ago, about 8 years ago, alluding to this. And they all try to play it off and whistle through the graveyard like, I don't know what's being said here. You remember the big uproar when Dan Le Batard said, he didn't even say LeBron was on something. He's like, well, wait a minute. Nobody's asking if this is normal? Then I forgot the guy that jumped up on, how can you say something like this? This is disgusting. How can you allege such a thing? And then here comes Jeff Teague. They're all playing a game. Y'all really believe these people, don't y'all? Y'all really think they're just, when you see them talk, they really say what you really believe that, don't you? Here's the irony in all of this. The people in the independent sector that they always like to trash and look down on have more balls than they do. And they don't have as much money as they do, but they have more courage than them. You have millionaires running for the hills. You cannot even get a clear opinion out of these millionaires. I'm talking about multi-million. You can't even get a clear opinion on anything. But then the people in the independent space, oh man, these guys are just nobodies. They're nobodies. I mean, come on. They didn't go to school for this. You got to go to school to tell the truth. You got to go to journalism school to tell the truth. You got to go to journalism school to be truthful. Well, I don't want to go to school you went to. Because apparently after all what they taught you, you're still not being truthful. All the people in the independent spaces have the balls to say what these guys will never say. But then they look down on them. Oh, you didn't go to school. Did you study? What did you study over there? He might not have studied what you study, but he do have a lot of truth in him. The question, do you guys have truth in you?